Hello everyone. In this video, I will be giving you your first prompt to the Visual Journaling project. Last night, I put out another video in Google Classroom that introduces the Visual Journaling project as a whole. That video gives you important information you will need to know for the whole project. If you have not yet watched it, please go back to the assignment post and click on the video that says Introduction to the Visual Journaling Assignment. Or you can click the shortcut in this video or follow the link in the description box below to watch it. If you have not yet watched it, please do so before proceeding with this video. If you have, please continue watching this video to learn about your first journaling prompt. Prompt 1 says to creatively explore ways to convey meaning through the elements of line and color. In this video, we will explore how artists in the past have utilized line and color as a means to convey meaning in their works. To start, we will examine the variety of ways artists utilize the element of line to convey meaning. When an artist chooses to use thin lines, they might be trying to convey a sense of fragility or a sense of frailty or perhaps a sense of elegance. For example, the thin line work used to render the flower only highlights its frailty, whereas the thin line work in the painting of the woman highlights her elegance. Thick lines might be used to make a statement or give emphasis to objects in an artwork. They might also be used to convey a sense of strength. Notice how the bold line work is used to create energy amongst the dancing people. Also, you may have previously noticed that bold lines are used in the design work of many traffic signs. Horizontal lines can create a sense of balance or a sense of peace. Notice how horizontal lines are typically used in landscape paintings, or how the designer used a horizontal format within their advertisement. Vertical lines are very commonly used in architecture. Because they stand upright, they can easily be knocked over. Therefore, they represent potential energy. Diagonal lines are unbalanced and can convey motion or action. They can also be used to create tension. Notice how on the painting on the left, the artist successfully created a sense of unease through their use of diagonal lines. The image on the right shows a battle scene. In this painting, the artist successfully utilized diagonal lines as a way to emphasize the tension coming from the scene. Curved lines are unpredictable and graceful. They can suggest fluid movement. They can either convey a sense of calm or energy depending on the severity of the bends. Notice how in Starry Night and The Great Wave, the artist used curving lines to convey a sense of motion, whereas the floral painting utilizes soft curves to convey a very calming atmosphere. Zigzag lines are very sharp and severe and have been used to convey energy, anxiety, and danger. Notice how the artists of the image on the left and the image at the far right both utilize zigzag lines as a way to emphasize the feeling of sadness and confusion amongst its subject matter. Also, the artist of the image in the middle utilizes zigzag format to imply that the dragon is dangerous. Now that we've carefully studied line, let's take a close look at how artists utilize color to convey meaning in their work. First, let's compare and contrast the use of warm and cool colors. Red, orange, and yellow are usually seen as warm colors and can represent warmth, passion, and energy, whereas blue, green, and violet are usually seen as cool colors. Cool colors can be used to create a sense of calm, a sense of trust, or a sense of sadness among subject matter. Colors also have meaning when used individually. Red, for example, is usually used in artworks where they're trying to convey a sense of love, danger, or anger. Orange is used to create a sense of happiness, creativity, and is used in fall and tropical scenes. Yellow is the color of the sun and is very attention-getting. However, it can be very distracting if it's overused. Yellow is also used to imply joy, wisdom, and energy. Black and white can also have meanings. Black is used to create a sense of darkness, loss, evil, and mystery. Black is also seen as a very formal and elegant color. White, on the other hand, is a very pure color. It is used to convey a sense of innocence, safety, and cleanliness. These are just some of the ways that artists have successfully utilized line and color as a way to create meaning within their artworks. However, these uses are not the rule, so for your first journal entry prompt, I want you to select a positive or negative mood, then creatively explore ways to convey this mood through the elements of line or color in one artwork. When I say mood, what do I mean? Mood in the general sense as we know it is a feeling. In art, however, mood is specifically the atmosphere or feeling an artwork produces for the characteristics of its design elements. On this slide, I'm showing a variety of traditional and contemporary artworks to show what I mean by the word mood. The image on the left utilizes the color blue to convey a melancholy mood, whereas the Fast and Furious poster is trying to emphasize a feeling of action and movement. Therefore, the artist utilized diagonal lines to create this sense of action and movement. The painting of the dancers uses the color yellow and bold lines. These design elements are used to create a sense of energy and a sense of happiness. The Goonies poster on the far right conveys a sense of mystery, and this is emphasized by the black colors in the background. Again, here is journal entry prompt 1. You will select a positive or negative mood. Then, you will creatively explore ways to convey this mood through the elements of line or color in one artwork. So to clarify, you're going to choose one mood, either positive or negative. Then, you're going to reflect on the ways that artists in the past have utilized line and color as a way to convey mood in order to successfully convey your selected mood within your own visual journaling assignment. When you're completing your artwork, these are things that I want you to think about. I want you to use whatever materials you have access to at home. If you are unsure of what to do, please see the Introduction to the Visual Journal video for ideas. When you are rendering the subject matter within your artwork, I want you to fill the entire surface of the work with lots of detail. Some of the ways that you can do this is by using 3 spatial planes and using lots of color or line work that thoughtfully convey mood. Last but not least, craftsmanship always counts. Besides being intentional with your techniques, please take pride in what you do. To give you some ideas for your own work, I'm including 2 examples of my own work for this visual journaling prompt. Please remember that you are only required to do 1. I am only showing you 2 just so you have greater ideas. Notice how in my drawing on the right, I utilize a lot of thin waving lines to convey a very nervous mood felt by the subject matter. Whereas the image on the left utilizes bold flowing lines to suggest strength and movement. In this drawing, I also utilize a lot of orange and yellow. This is to symbolize a happy mood. I also utilize a lot of color within the hair of the subject matter. All of this is intended to come together to convey a creative mood. As we are focusing on these artworks, I want to turn our attention to the materials that I used. Notice that the image on the right is all regular ink pens, whereas the image on the left, I utilized Sharpies and colored pencils. As I stated in my previous video, I recognize that some of you have access to more sophisticated art supplies at home, whereas others of you are extremely limited in what you have. As I said in my previous video, please use whatever you have access to complete this assignment. Also, if you look very carefully in the image on the left, you can see some printed text within the page. The paper that I used to complete this artwork is actually a page from the research that I compiled to develop this lesson plan. If you need paper, you are certainly welcome to dig into your recycling bin just like I did to complete your artwork. As a bonus, you can even think about how you can incorporate what's already on the page of the paper into your own artwork. For example, I chose to render a journal right over the text "Journaling for Mental Health" so that it looks like the words are coming out of the book. Before I close this video, I will emphasize some important points with the prompt just one more time. Remember, you only need to choose 1 positive or negative mood of your choice. Then, you have the choice of utilizing line or color in your artwork as a way to convey your selected mood. And now for some closing thoughts. Please remember to read the details in the assignment post for additional important information. Please do not rely on this video alone to know what's important for submitting your work. Also, if you need any additional inspiration, there will be resources included in the assignment post. Most of all, have fun, and please email me if you have any questions. When you've completed your artwork, please take a picture of it and post it to the assignment post in Google Classroom. That's all for now, and I can't wait to see what you create.